Hi, once again, this is Ed from Exotic Blanks. Tonight we're going to look at the new series of pen blanks we're bringing out. It's called the Ranger series. And the reason that I'm making this video is because it is made of a commercially produced polyresin material. Of course, polyresin can run all over the gamut of how it is to turn, so I wanted to make the video and also find out for myself To experiment with the material. I chose a tack black roller ball, one of our pens that is a little bit smaller than a junior series, but it is a roller ball. So the first thing I need to do, of course, is to drill the blank. I've mounted it in a scroll chuck, and I'm drilling it on my lathe. As you can see, the material coming out is coming out in ribbons, strands. It's not chipping out. So that was the first good sign. As you look at it, you can see it's a red and black striped blank, and the tube fits in there nicely, so we're ready to go to the second side. I'd point out that the center of the blank, center of the pen, has got the two witness marks. I put those in first when I'm drilling these days because the drill, if it's going to have any problems, tends to have the problems on the side toward the tailstock. The side that's in the scroll chuck tends to be a good hole that is not elongated or anything wrong with it. So I put that in, I put the center in that location so that my two centers will match up and the pen will look good. And even if the blank is a little bit longer than I actually need, so if I have to cut something off of either end, it doesn't matter. I don't want to cut off anything from the middle. So that's the logic, and that's why you see that I put the marks in first. As you can see, once again, this is cutting very easily. It's a pretty nice material. There was no chipping at any time. Next, I mount the blank between centers. I'm using the PSI center mandrel. I like that pretty well. I prefer turn between center bushings, but they're not available for many of the pen kits, so I use this when they're not available. As I usually do, I will take a couple of passes across and find out how the material turns, and then take off the two ends just by rolling my skew over it. I can take off the ends close to the bushings, not all the way down. That way, if anything shatters as I'm working on it, and this material wasn't like that, but it's a precautionary measure that I've done over the years. If anything does start to shatter, essentially, it's unlikely to break below the level of the edge of the blank. In other words, you still have enough left that you can make a pen. Take a second here and show you the tool movement, and also allow you to hear what it sounds like when you're turning this and any other material. So I'll shut up for a while. Okay, now the material is down to the size that I want. The only thing that's left to do is the fine turning. I use a small skew to try to get things down to exactly the size that I want it often. And then you'll see the sanding with 400 grit and then 600 grit. And from there I take it to my buffer and use Tripoli for the first step and then white diamond for the second step to buff it to a nice shine. Ultimately you'll see the end shows the pen itself, and it did turn out really nice. I didn't do anything special to it. It does have a real nice shine capability. I like this material. It's not expensive and it's not difficult to turn, and it creates a pretty nice pen. So hope you like it too. Meanwhile, if you want to subscribe to the channel, we appreciate it. And of course, we appreciate all likes, and we answer all questions. So if you have any questions about what was done here, just leave them in the comments, and I will be happy to come back from time to time and answer them and take care of whatever questions you might have. So thanks for watching. This is Ed from Exotic Blanks. Have a good night. Bye now.